All right, you're back on a rough draft video here. Listen, it never occurred to me when I was talking about high yield saving accounts that some people have no clue what a high yield saving account is, right? So we're going to kind of go over some basics, things to look out for, things to really just kind of optimize your approach when being concerned about a high yield saving account, because, hey, even the basics sometimes people don't got. So basically, what is a high yield saving account, right? What is a high yield saving account? Well, it's no different than your traditional saving account, but it offers highly significantly like a higher interest rate because they are typically offered by online banks. Okay, so online banks are usually offering higher yield savings accounts, and you always want to make sure the account is FDIC insured, so it protects your money up to a certain amount even if the bank fails. Okay, if it's not, that you don't even want to approach it if it's not FDIC insured. Okay, so yeah, a lot of banks now are really getting established and moving to the online approach, and some are bad, some are good. We go over this in all of our videos, right? So how do these things work, though? Like, how do these work exactly, right? They're designed for short-term financial goals, okay? So short-term finance, short-term finance goals, kind of, a little bit, all right? Now, like, say, for example, these are just always going to be beneficial for maybe saving up for a down payment. You know, you got a down payment on something. Boom. Just down. What is that? I don't know, but it's a down payment. So, yeah, you're going to be saving up for a down payment. You know, long-term wealth building, like investing, you know, maybe you want to start getting into a segue into different things, right? So I would definitely say high-yield saving accounts are kind of like the gateway into approaching the whole investment side of things as well. You know, you're going to be saving yourself up for emergency funds. You're going to be extending what and how your money is kind of benefiting you, right? Now, high interest rates on high yield saving accounts are variable and fluctuate based on market conditions, such as Federal Reserve policies, okay? Interest is typically paid monthly and compounded daily. So every month, basically, if you got a high yield saving account, you're going to be making money, okay, with the money you have in there. So your money is going to be making you money at a higher rate than a typical savings account. Meaning, say, for example, if you have $10,000 in there, over the course of 12 months, you probably will have an extra $500 minimum. You know, this is just the type of, like, I'm kind of ballparking right now, okay? So that's kind of how it works. So you guys can imagine if you have more money in your high yield saving accounts, your interest is going to be even more. So you essentially, depending on how wealthy you are, you could be paying your rent monthly or something, right? So that's kind of the key there. Now, what are the best options? You know, the best. We want the best high-yield saving accounts. We don't want none of that lame stuff, right? Well, luckily for you, I'm going to draw a nice little meadow here with a tree, okay? That's a round tree with... Wow. Okay, so basically, things are looking great as of today, right? There's many online banks that offer and are insured high-yield saving accounts, okay? We go over a couple of these in my videos, the best yield saving accounts. This is just all introductory work. I just am trying to go over the basics of things, get you guys in the right direction as we grow our channel here. But I have that video which will kind of get you on the right direction on what you need to know. Now, there are things to be aware of when opening a high-yield saving account, and it also really depends on your situation as well. Some of them do have minimum balance requirements, meaning you have to have a certain amount. Like, a lot of them will be like a $500 entry fee that you have to have in there. So that can happen. So make sure you're looking at the banks, you're gauging what is the best, and you're choosing that one that fits your life, right? But we go over all that in the other videos as well. But what I wanted to do here is tell you guys, high yield saving accounts is an upgraded saving account that is better and more money. Basically, your money making more money. Okay, does that make sense? I think so. So if you are on the road to financial purity, I guess, you have to have one of these. Okay, thank you. That's it for today's video.